Do you feel that you're in the driver's seat of your life? Hi, this is Dr. Neal Schwartz, and today I'd like to talk about the emotional impact that occurs when you put great effort into your life and great effort into your health and you get no return. While the aesthetic and the tenderness and the uncleanliness aspects of acne can destroy someone's mind, it's this control issue that really is driving acne patients crazy. What's even more dramatic is that the more motivated a patient is, the more emotionally traumatized they are when the result doesn't go their way or when they do not improve over time despite enormous efforts. Acne patients are very regimented, and many of them are as motivated as some Olympiads or people training for the Olympics. Yet, they oftentimes do not see the results they're looking for. It is this control issue that can break the mind of any human being, no matter how soulful, no matter how non-superficial, no matter how warm. If you're making great efforts to get healthy and you're not getting healthy, it's going to have an impact. I'd like to share with you a personal story about this issue that I'm very familiar with. When I was a junior in high school, I could not get control of my skin, I could not get control of the oil, I could not get control of the bumps, and I've always been extremely motivated. And this combination of being extremely motivated and extremely tenacious and not being able to control the situation, it drove me crazy. I guess if I were less motivated, I'd be a little more apathetic about the whole thing, and then I'd probably just calm down a bit, probably be good for my stress. But I was so tenacious and so driven to gain control of every aspect of my life that this one really did drive me crazy. So much so that I started to seek control in other areas of my life. For example, I picked up bodybuilding my junior year of high school, and it helped me in a lot of ways. It gave me that control I was looking for, and I became, and I enjoyed it. And even though I couldn't control my skin, at least I could control my body. I was able to build muscle, I was able to change the shape of my body, and just the idea that that effort could equal a result, that aspect of bodybuilding, it made me satisfied emotionally in many ways. A lot of people use bodybuilding for this same reason, I believe, and that's why sometimes meatheads or people who are gym rats, they get a little bit of criticism for compensating or coping. And the truth is, many of them may be coping with something, some type of emotional turmoil. Maybe they can't control their skin, maybe they can't control other emotions that are going on in their life. For me, I couldn't control my skin, so I decided to control my body. And the satisfaction of being able to control my body would compensate for the dissatisfaction of not being able to control my skin. And this went on for years. I have a picture from junior year of high school that I'd like to show you, and hopefully you won't hold it against me too bad or make fun of me too bad, but I was a full-on meathead. I loved it. I loved bodybuilding, and it was one of my many passions, but there was also this running discomfort that was driving it to its max level. Here's a picture of me and an old buddy from high school in a magazine where they allowed people to send photos in and they put it in the real magazine. And we got into the magazine. It was called Flex on the Street. This is in the issue that has Linda Murray on the cover. I think it was 1992 maybe. And I'd just like to share it with you, and hopefully we'll all get a laugh. So that was young Dr. Neal. I was a meathead. I was also inquisitive. I was also tenacious. But I remember, in retrospect, this bodybuilding was a source of control for me. And my control issues were met from the gym. And I'm grateful for the gym, that it gave me that control issue. I don't know what I would have done if I couldn't control my skin and I didn't have this outlet of controlling my body to really calm my nerves. In retrospect, I think maybe the gym saved me emotionally from getting too traumatized or getting too introverted or getting too drawn in by the agony of defeat, which was the lack of control of my skin. So here's the interesting part. Later on in life, as I started to control my skin 70%, 80%, 90%, and eventually 99 to 100%, I started to become liberated from being a meathead. I no longer needed to eat chicken all day long and eat steak all day long and drink a ton of muscle milkshakes. I slowly became liberated as I became less depressed and as I became more in control, I guess, of my skin in a lot of ways. I no longer needed that whole body control thing. It's amazing. It's as the skin control went up, the need for the body control went down, and I became less of a meathead and more of like a normal, balanced athlete. I also noticed that the meathead lifestyle really drags you down energetically. You're not doing enough cardio. And what I learned the hard way was being overweight with muscle has the same detrimental effects on your cardiovascular system, on your energy, on your depression, on your mood, as being overweight with fat. So for any of you out there who are seeking control in the gym and just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, a quick warning: being overweight with muscle is just as unhealthy as being overweight with fat. So just a little word to the wise, take it or leave it. So this video, I wanted to share with you my story of having control issues, and I wanted to let you know that control issues are the driving force of the suffering that accompanies acne, that the emotional impact or trauma that's occurring from this chronic situation is typically rooted in a control issue. And like I always say, the more we observe, the less we react. So hopefully this video will help you observe my story and react less to yours. I hope this video helps some people out there. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.